Hello there, friends. It's Mr. Matt here with your Sunday school lesson for today. You might remember we are talking about the season of Advent, and that's the church season in which we are preparing our hearts and our lives for Jesus. And to help us understand those preparations, we've been thinking about it as preparing for someone's birthday. In this case, we're preparing for Jesus's birthday. And last week we prepared by making prayer chains where we were preparing the decorations for Jesus's birthday party. But at the same time, we were also preparing our hearts a little bit to get ready for Jesus to come by having those conversations with him. Now, this week, as we are preparing for Jesus's birthday on Christmas, we have a couple of other things that we need to take care of besides decorations. One of the other things you do when you're preparing for someone's birthday is you think about maybe getting them a gift to celebrate their birthday. Now, Jesus doesn't really need anything because, well, he's Jesus. The only thing Jesus really wants is for everyone to know him and for everyone to love him, so that he can share blessings and love with them. But that doesn't mean just because Jesus doesn't want anything or doesn't need anything, doesn't mean that we shouldn't think about maybe getting him a birthday present. So what types of things could we get for Jesus for a birthday present? I wonder. Well, some of the things we're supposed to do as Christians is we are supposed to show God's love to others. And maybe if we show God's love to others, that would be a good present to give to Jesus. Because if we share God's love, that would be something that Jesus would enjoy. Okay. Well, there are two ways that we can show God's love to others. We can serve other people, and that means we give our time and our energy and our effort to going to do something to help them. Or we can give things to others, and that's when we share our blessings with them and give something that we have to them. So I think maybe we have a good idea. I think maybe our present for Jesus should come in the things that we give or the ways that we serve other people to share God's love. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a box. It can be a regular package box like this one is, just sort of an empty box. This lid, comes off. You've seen these before. But if you don't have one of these, you can use just about any kind of box. And you should take your box, and on your box, using a pen, a marker, whatever you like, you can just write "For Jesus." And then you and your family should get together. And you should talk about what types of things that if we were going to be giving a present to Jesus, what kinds of things would we have in this box? Now, some ways that you can serve other people and show God's love by doing things for other people. There are all kinds of ways that you can do that. You might do something like help a neighbor with some yard work. It might be that you work with your family and you go serve somewhere. Maybe you help with the Room in the Inn program one week. Maybe you serve other people by making some cards for folks that live in retirement communities that maybe aren't going to be able to see their family this year. Those are some ways that you could serve. And I'm sure that many of you and many of your families have things that you're already doing to go out and give your time and share God's love with other folks by serving them. And you could also think about ways that you could share God's love by giving and sharing your blessings with them. And there are lots of ways that you can do that. Maybe your family would go get or gather up toiletry supplies to give to Hagar's Basket at the church. Maybe you participate in an effort to make sure that other people have Christmas presents. Maybe you decide that you're going to gather up some food and canned goods to make sure that people that are hungry might be able to have food to eat. And maybe you gather those things up together with your family and you take them and you donate them to share God's love in that way. You and your family should spend the time thinking about what are things that you all can do and that you all would like to do to help fill up this Jesus box that you've made. And the Jesus box you can decorate along the way. But as you do those things, as you share God's love by serving other people or by giving for other people, as you do those things, make a note of them and write them down on a piece of paper. And when you write them on a piece of paper, put them inside the present box for Jesus. Keep doing this between now and Jesus' birthday on Christmas. And then on Christmas, at some point, open up the box with your family. And when you open up the box, you can see the things that you and your family members have done to help prepare the world for Jesus' birthday by sharing God's love in advance of his birthday, so that when we celebrate Jesus' birthday, when we celebrate that Jesus came into the world, that you have ways to say, this is what we did this time to help prepare the world for Jesus. All right, so it's a serving activity, and it's an activity that you'll do between now and Christmas. So you have some time to do lots of different things, and you have some time to work on filling up your Jesus box. I hope that you and your family have a good time with it, and I hope that in serving other people and sharing God's love, it also helps to prepare you for Jesus' birthday. All right, that's all we have time for today. We'll see you next week when we will take another step toward preparing for Jesus' birthday at Christmas. All right, y'all take care of each other, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.